Hi, this is Paul. I wanted to make a video about the whole Jerry Jones, the picture that was, I guess, taken, 65 years ago when he was 14 in Arkansas. He grew up in Arkansas, of course. This was, I think, across the way from the more infamous integration thing where I think it was Eisenhower, right? He sent the federal troops in to to integrate that school. This was in another part of Arkansas where some black students were trying to integrate the school, and of course there were, the white people there. A lot of young people in that picture you see trying to, obviously block them, and of course, being egged on by adults and everything. And there was cameras there and stuff, and they were taking pictures and stuff. And there's a young Jerry Jones there in the picture. I think he was 14 at the time. Of course, so there's, that came out, and I think he even sat for an interview, a 2-hour interview with the people at NERF, found the picture, and they, asked him a bunch of questions and stuff, and he gave I guess, an in-depth interview and stuff. But my problem is not with the Jerry Jones part of it as much, even though that to me is troublesome, and I'll talk about that. My problem is actually with Stephen A. Smith, who last week, when First Take, I think it was last week. Yeah, I think it was last week when they were talking about it, and he was saying, "Oh, Jerry Jones is his friend, and they're trying to cancel him. It was 65 years ago. Why are they trying to do this now? Jerry Jones is my friend," and all this. That's the part that just made me, because Stephen A. Smith didn't have that same type of energy when it came to Kyrie Irving. Now, I made a video on this channel. You can watch it. What I felt about the whole Kyrie Irving thing. I thought he was wrong to try to put a link to a film that was so anti-Semitic and everything, and I said that I don't think Kyrie Irving is anti-Semitic, and I think he was just trying to learn about his history, but he made a mistake and he should own up to it, and I definitely had no problem with them suspending him, exactly. But my problem again with Stephen A. Smith just falling all over himself on First Take to cover for Jerry Jones, who didn't need nobody to cover, saying, "Oh, they're going to cancel him." No, nobody's going to cancel Jerry Jones. Okay. We know he grew up in Arkansas. Okay, at a time when, let's be honest, in this country when it was perfectly normal in that state to be racist. Okay, and not want blacks to integrate schools and so that was perfectly normal. Okay, and then even though, and I read this too, his coaches, he was, I think, trying out for the football team and stuff, and the coach specifically told him not to get involved with that mess, because I think it was going to happen the next day. And the coach told the players, I don't want to see any of you knuckleheads in front of, because of course there's going to be cameras and there, taking pictures and stuff. And they didn't want that to, they didn't want them to get involved with any of that. Okay, but he went anyway, and he can't really, like I say, he's a 14-year-old kid. Okay, and let's face it, when you're a teenager, sometimes you do things that you're not supposed to do anyway. And he said he went there mostly out of curiosity, and you do see him in the back. He's not like in the front where you see this one particular dude that has I think it's a cigarette in his mouth, and he's you see him I think he has his hand stretched out on the black students that were trying to get in there. But and you see he's to the left of that, and you see him peeking up, looking and stuff. And we know Jerry Jones, because he's never hired a black coach and stuff. And we know the whole Rooney Rule thing really is the way it's never going to, because let's face it, like people said a lot of times, people hire who they know. That's just, you can try to legislate it all you want to, but unfortunately, people hire who they know. And mostly, these rich owners hire people that they know or people like themselves. That's a fact. I know they tried their best to try to, to change that, but things are happening the way they are. And plus, remember, Jerry Jones was the same. He was the first one. I think, did he say that when the whole Kaepernick thing happened, that if any of his players did any of that, they'd be off the team. And then he eventually, I think he kneeled, he embraced, they locked arms and they kneeled and stuff. Anyway, but my problem is not so much Jerry Jones, because like I said, he was a product of his time. Let's be honest. He grew up in Arkansas at a time when, and maybe he doesn't have the best history of hiring black people and stuff. But my problem is not so much with him, is again with Stephen A. Smith, just blanket, just running over to drape himself over Jerry Jones, saying he's my friend. Before he used to always say it, sarcastically, because he's a famous Cowboy fan hater. Okay, but the way he was just falling all over himself to try to give Jerry Jones cover, saying, oh, they're trying to cancel him. Oh, this happened 65 years ago. Okay, so what? It still happened, Stephen A. Smith, and you don't know how he grew up. Okay, in his house. I mean, you can assume how he grew up, but you don't know what he was taught in his home, and you didn't know exactly if he agreed at that time that he wanted, and that's why he showed up there, even though the coaches told him not to. And so you don't know, but for you to just blanketly throw yourself over him like, he's my friend, just enough, Stephen A. Smith. You just make yourself look foolish doing that, okay? And it's just the way, the same energy. That's what I guess the most I'm upset about. He didn't have the same energy, the same type of energy that you had for Kyrie Irving when you felt, you don't have the same type of energy for Jerry Jones, okay? And I ain't talking about that you say, oh, he needs to be suspended and all this stuff, and launch an investigation into all that stuff. No, I'm just saying you blanket this covering from this saying, oh, they're trying to cancel him, and you don't know what's in that man's heart, Stephen. Okay, Stephen A. You don't know what's in this man's heart. So for you to just blanketly fall all over yourself to cover for him, it just makes you look really weak. Okay, and that's, to me, in my opinion. I mean, you can have that opinion all you want to, but to me, it just makes you look weak, that you just fell all over yourself to cover and say, oh, they're going to cancel. They're not going to cancel Jerry Jones, okay? And Jerry Jones, trust me, Jerry Jones ain't losing sleep. They're gonna cancel him because of that picture. It just, again, it's history, okay? And again, you don't know what he was thinking at that time, at that picture. And saying that was 65 years ago, doesn't mean you're 14 years old, okay? By the time you're 14 years old, you can have an opinion about something. And also, you can, like I said, you can change your mind over time about what you think and what you believe. That definitely happens. Okay, but he has a history of just hiring, people he knows. He hasn't hired a black coach, or he hasn't. Okay, he was one of the first ones to come out against Kaepernick anyway. So I don't know if he's racist or not. Okay, it really doesn't matter for this video to me, in my opinion. The more important part to me is the Stephen A. Smith falling all over himself. Declare Jerry Jones his friend because he let you ride in a helicopter, Stephen A. Smith. Okay, you spent time with the man. You don't know what's in that man's heart, but you just blankly fall all over yourself to provide cover for somebody saying that they're trying to cancel him. Nobody's trying to cancel, and nobody's gonna cancel Jerry Jones, Stephen A. Smith. So you can stop kissing his ass because it's not gonna. We know it's not gonna happen. Okay, but for you to just fall all over yourself and not have the same type of energy that you had when you rightfully had for Kyrie Irving, okay, at least you should have gave a more measured response to me. It seemed to me like you just fell all over yourself to try to provide cover for a guy that didn't need cover. Just please, this enough. I don't know, that just didn't sit right with me watching it. Anyway, let me know what you think of this whole Stephen A. Smith falling all over himself to provide cover for Jerry Jones, who didn't need cover provided for him. Okay, so I don't know why he's falling all over himself to provide it. But let me know what you think. Feel free to leave comments down below. I have links to my social media in the description box: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Also have a link to my main channel, Trepacer, in the description box as well. Also have a link down below to my Patreon, which is only $5 a month. Follow a link to my Patreon and check out all the unedited TV show reactions I have on there. Okay, also please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Trepacer. No, not Trepacer. This is Paul saying so long. Take care.